Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into some of Hollywood's most unforgettable movie scenes, ones that actors later wished they could erase from their resumes. Whether due to grueling physical demands, emotional tolls, or simply second thoughts about their choices, these moments left stars with lasting regret. From intense stunts to controversial roles, we'll take you behind the scenes to uncover what really happened and why these actors had a change of heart. So grab some popcorn, sit back, and join us as we revisit the scenes that even Hollywood's biggest names wish they could take back. Zoe Saldana's role as Nina Simone in Nina became one of the most controversial moments of her career, one she would later regret. From the moment the casting was announced, backlash erupted over the use of dark makeup and prosthetics to alter Saldana's appearance, sparking accusations of erasing Simone's authentic identity. Many saw it as a tone-deaf decision that disregarded Simone's legacy as a trailblazing figure in Black culture who fiercely embraced her racial identity. The criticism was swift and intense, with fans, critics, and even Simone's family condemning the film, calling it yet another example of Hollywood prioritizing star power over authentic representation. For Saldana, the role initially felt like a chance to pay tribute to a musical icon, but it ultimately became a decision she deeply regretted. In hindsight, she openly admitted she was not the right person to portray Nina Simone and expressed remorse for any pain her casting may have caused. Acknowledging the importance of authentic representation, Saldana has since reflected on the responsibility actors hold when bringing real-life figures to the screen. Her experience serves as a reminder of the ongoing conversation about equity in Hollywood and the need for casting choices that truly honor the legacies they aim to depict. Despite Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince being a massive success, Daniel Radcliffe was his own toughest critic when it came to his performance. Unlike his confidence in other installments, he openly admitted that he disliked his portrayal in this film, even finding it difficult to watch himself on screen. For an actor who grew up in the spotlight, this rare moment of self-criticism stood out. Given the global impact of the Harry Potter franchise, where every performance was dissected by millions of devoted fans, Radcliffe's honesty about his own shortcomings made his admission all the more surprising. Radcliffe's candid reflection on his performance speaks to both his vulnerability and the high standards he holds himself to. While many felt his portrayal fit the film's darker tone, his own harsh self-assessment sheds light on the internal struggles actors face, especially when starring in a global phenomenon. Interestingly, his critique stands in contrast to fan opinions, as many praised his ability to capture the somber atmosphere of the Half-Blood Prince. His dissatisfaction serves as a reminder that actors often wrestle with their own perceptions of their work, even when audiences embrace it. Radcliffe's honesty proves that even the most accomplished stars can be their own toughest critics. Some film scenes become iconic, but the behind-the-scenes reality is often far more complex. A prime example is Sharon Stone's unforgettable interrogation scene in Basic Instinct. While it became a defining moment in pop culture, the process of filming it highlighted the difficult situations actors can face on set. In the scene, Stone's character, Catherine, seductively crosses her legs, momentarily revealing more than intended. However, Stone later disclosed that she had not agreed to the explicit nature of the final cut. She explained that she was assured the scene would be shot tastefully and that nothing overly revealing would make it into the finished film. Trusting this promise, Stone agreed to director Paul Verhoeven's request to remove her underwear for the scene, believing that strategic lighting and camera angles would ensure nothing too revealing made it into the final cut. However, to her shock, the finished film included an explicit shot she had never been informed about. Feeling deceived, Stone reportedly confronted Verhoeven in a furious outburst, even slapping him in anger. She was outraged at being exposed on screen in a way she had not consented to, viewing it as a violation of trust and professionalism. The incident remains one of Hollywood's most controversial moments, underscoring the importance of clear communication and respect between filmmakers and actors. For Stone, the experience left a lasting mark on her career, but also ignited crucial conversations about consent and ethics in the industry, issues that remain just as relevant today. Filming a romantic scene against the backdrop of a 1930s circus might sound like the perfect setting for cinematic magic. But for Reese Witherspoon and Robert Pattinson, the reality was far less glamorous. Despite their on-screen chemistry in Water for Elephants, one pivotal kiss turned into an unexpectedly awkward experience, thanks to an ill-timed cold. Pattinson later admitted that he was battling a severe case of the sniffles during filming, making the moment far from the dreamy romance audiences saw. "My nose was constantly running," he recalled, and to make matters worse, during a reshoot, he accidentally wiped his nose on Witherspoon's wig. What was meant to be a passionate embrace instead became an uncomfortable memory, proving that even the most enchanting love stories on screen can have their share of real-life mishaps. Witherspoon herself didn't hold back in confirming just how unglamorous the moment really was. Laughing about the experience, she admitted, "It was really not pleasant, not sexy at all, shattering any illusions of a picture-perfect on-screen romance." While fans of Pattinson may have imagined a swoon-worthy cinematic kiss, Witherspoon offered a more practical takeaway: bring a tissue. What should have been a dreamy Hollywood moment instead became a hilariously awkward mishap, proving that even the biggest stars aren't immune to the occasional behind-the-scenes blunder. Natalie Portman's transformation into Nina Sayers in Black Swan was more than just a role. It was an all-consuming challenge that pushed her to the brink. To authentically portray a professional ballet dancer, she endured an intense training regimen, at times practicing up to 16 hours a day. The physical demands were grueling, but the psychological toll was just as profound as she immersed herself in Nina's unraveling mind. Her dedication to the role was nothing short of extreme, capturing both the delicate vulnerability and obsessive pursuit of perfection that defined her character's descent into madness. Portman's dedication paid off, earning her widespread critical acclaim and ultimately the Academy Award for Best Actress. However, despite the accolades, she has since reflected on the immense sacrifices she made to bring Nina to life. Black Swan serves as a stark reminder of the cost of artistic perfection, showing that beyond the thrill of portraying a complex character lies the often overlooked toll it takes on an actor's body and mind. Her experience underscores the reality that true excellence in performance often comes with personal hardships, making her achievement all the more remarkable. When people think of Titanic, one of the most iconic moments is Rose reclining on the couch as Jack sketches her. While this scene remains an unforgettable part of cinematic history, for Kate Winslet, its lasting legacy has become a source of discomfort. The painting itself has become one of the film's most recognizable images, but over time, Winslet has admitted that she doesn't always appreciate revisiting it. Despite its artistic significance, the scene's continued attention has made it a topic she would sometimes rather leave in the past. Years after Titanic became a global phenomenon, fans continued to bring the infamous nude painting to events, eagerly asking Winslet to sign it. While it may seem like a harmless gesture, the constant resurfacing of the image made her increasingly uncomfortable. She admitted to being taken aback by how the sketch followed her throughout her career, especially as she grew older and became a mother. Though Winslet has embraced the impact of Titanic and the fame it brought her, the ongoing fixation on that scene feels like a lingering reminder of who she was then, rather than the woman she is today. Now in her 40s, with a family of her own, she finds it unsettling to have such an intimate moment from her youth remain so publicly ingrained in her image, proving that some roles leave a lasting mark in ways actors never anticipate. Charlie Sheen's career is a striking example of how immense success can be eclipsed by personal struggles. Once the highest-paid actor on television, raking in $1.8 million per episode for 2.5 Men, Sheen enjoyed a meteoric rise in Hollywood, but his demons followed close behind. His battle with addiction, which began in the 1990s, became a recurring nightmare, fueling a string of scandals that overshadowed his achievements. By 2010, his life spiraled into turmoil, marked by multiple arrests, allegations of violence, and rampant substance abuse, taking a heavy toll on both his career and personal life. The production of 2.5 Men faced major disruptions when Sheen entered treatment, but his increasingly erratic behavior ultimately led to his shocking dismissal from the show in 2011, signaling the downfall of his Hollywood career. However, in recent years, Sheen has taken steps toward rebuilding his life. He has been candid about his struggles, acknowledging that his past mistakes stemmed from addiction, immaturity, and the immense pressure of fame. Now, with over a year of sobriety, he is refocusing on his personal life and career with a renewed sense of purpose. His journey serves as a powerful testament to resilience, proving that no matter how steep the fall, there is always an opportunity to rise, rebuild, and start anew. Filming intimate scenes is always a challenge for actors, and Emilia Clarke's experience in Game of Thrones underscores just how demanding they can be. Best known for her role as Daenerys Targaryen, Clarke was involved in several scenes requiring nudity, including the unforgettable moment when Daenerys emerges from the fire, completely bare, yet unscathed. While these moments were integral to her character's evolution, the emotional and personal toll they took on Clarke was profound, making them far more than just powerful on-screen moments. One particularly awkward moment arose when Clarke invited her family to watch an episode, only to realize mid-viewing that it featured one of her nude scenes, a detail she had completely forgotten. The unexpected realization made for an incredibly uncomfortable experience. Beyond the embarrassment, Clarke has also spoken about her concerns regarding the lasting presence of such scenes in the digital age. With everything now accessible indefinitely, she worries about how these moments can be taken out of context and endlessly scrutinized, often reducing powerful storytelling to mere spectacle. Following these experiences, Clarke became more discerning about roles involving nudity, prioritizing projects that respect her personal boundaries. Her journey serves as a powerful reminder of the vulnerability actors face, particularly in high-profile productions that garner worldwide attention. It also underscores the importance of fostering a supportive environment in the industry, one where actors have the autonomy to make choices that align with their personal and professional values, ensuring their comfort and integrity are always upheld. Despite his charisma and undeniable acting talent, George Clooney hasn't been immune to career missteps. One of his biggest regrets remains his portrayal of Batman in the 1997 film Batman and Robin. While Clooney is known for delivering compelling performances, this film fell far short of expectations and became a blemish on his otherwise stellar career. Unlike its darker, critically acclaimed predecessors, Batman and Robin embraced a campy, overly stylized tone that lacked the depth audiences had come to expect. The result was a film that disappointed both fans and critics, cementing its place as one of the most infamous entries in the Batman franchise. Directed by Joel Schumacher, Batman and Robin faced harsh criticism for its flimsy plot, exaggerated performances, and questionable creative choices, most infamously the addition of bat nipples to the costume. Despite Clooney's star power, the film failed to resonate with audiences and quickly earned a reputation as one of the weakest entries in the Batman franchise. Clooney himself hasn't shied away from acknowledging the misstep, openly admitting that taking the role was a mistake. He has even gone so far as to apologize to fans for his portrayal of the Dark Knight, cementing Batman and Robin as one of his most regrettable career decisions. Reflecting on the experience, Clooney has openly called it one of the worst performances of his career and acknowledged the damage it did to the Batman franchise. His candid admission sheds light on the challenges actors face when a project falls short of expectations. However, his willingness to own up to his misstep and even laugh at it adds to the relatability of his otherwise impressive career. It's a reminder that even Hollywood's biggest stars aren't immune to cinematic flops, proving that failure is often just another step on the path to success. For many actors, the journey to fame isn't always as glamorous as it seems, and Taylor Lautner's experience in the Twilight Saga is a perfect example. While his role as Jacob Black catapulted him to stardom, not every moment on set was as thrilling as it appeared. His physical transformation into the beloved werewolf, complete with frequent shirtless scenes, became a defining aspect of his character. While fans eagerly embraced these moments, Lautner himself wasn't always comfortable with the intense focus on his physique, revealing that the attention sometimes felt overwhelming rather than flattering. Looking back on his time as Jacob, Lautner has admitted that if he could do it all over again, he would never take his shirt off in a film. His reasoning goes beyond the physical demands of maintaining his physique. It was also about the overwhelming attention his body received, which often made him uncomfortable. While he dedicated himself to achieving the look required for the role, Lautner always hoped to be recognized for more than just his appearance. Moving forward, he aims to break free from being typecast as a piece of meat, and instead be appreciated for his range and depth as an actor. Burt Reynolds made a bold choice that left a lasting mark both on screen and in his own life. In a pivotal scene from Deliverance, where his character braves a treacherous waterfall, Reynolds insisted on performing the stunt himself, rather than relying on a double. His commitment to authenticity came at a cost. He suffered a severe injury, breaking his tailbone and requiring a month of recovery. Though the decision added realism to the film, it also became one of the most physically painful moments of his career. Reflecting on the incident in a 2015 interview about his memoir, Reynolds admitted that taking on the stunt himself was a mistake. He acknowledged that his decision was driven by a desire to project strength and resilience, but in hindsight, he realized that relying on a professional stunt double would have spared him the painful consequences. While the waterfall scene remains an iconic cinematic moment, it also serves as a stark reminder of the physical risks actors take in pursuit of authenticity. The experience ultimately underscored Reynolds' unwavering dedication to his craft, even when it came at a personal cost. Jennifer Lawrence, an Oscar-winning actress and one of Hollywood's most celebrated stars, has delivered countless memorable performances. However, even the most accomplished actors have moments that leave them feeling conflicted. One such moment for Lawrence came during her role in the 2016 film Passengers, where she starred alongside Chris Pratt. The sci-fi drama follows two characters stranded in space, with their deep emotional connection forming the heart of the story. While Jim and Aurora's relationship unfolded on screen, Lawrence and Pratt's undeniable chemistry led to several intimate scenes, an aspect of the role that left her with mixed feelings. Although Lawrence was no stranger to romantic scenes, this was the first time she had kissed a married co-star, which left her feeling uneasy. Her discomfort wasn't just about the scene itself, but also a personal struggle with the situation. To calm her nerves, she admitted to drinking alcohol before filming, a rare move for the seasoned actress. The situation grew even more complicated when, after the film's release, Pratt and his wife, Anna Faris, announced their separation, sparking baseless rumors and media speculation. Though Lawrence had no involvement in their breakup, the timing fueled unnecessary gossip. Looking back, she expressed regret over the anxiety she felt during filming, highlighting the challenges actors face when navigating intimate scenes. Her experience serves as a reminder that, beyond the glitz and fame, actors are real people dealing with personal boundaries, emotions, and the ever-present scrutiny of the public eye. Evil Dead 2, 1987, is a classic horror film with a unique blend of horror and humor, featuring Bruce Campbell as Ash Williams. The film takes the audience on a bizarre adventure in a remote cabin, where Ash, after discovering an ancient tape recording, inadvertently releases a demon that turns his life upside down. The most iconic scene in Evil Dead 2 is when Ash has to sever his demon-possessed hand with a chainsaw. Bruce Campbell has often shared the physical and mental toll the production took on him, particularly in the scene involving the fake hand and chainsaw. Imagine having to keep a fake hand attached to a real chainsaw, with the saw dangerously close to your actual skin. Campbell's dedication is evident as he performed this dangerous scene, but it was also mentally exhausting. The physical strain of holding the fake hand and operating the chainsaw was one thing, but the emotional aspect of performing such a brutal and intense scene was another. He questioned whether the level of violence in the scene was truly necessary or if it crossed a line. Campbell's regrets weren't just physical. Looking back on his role, he admitted that he might reconsider taking on the part. The challenges, both physical and mental, turned out to be more than he initially imagined. His strong commitment to the role led him to reflect on whether the sacrifices were worth it, especially considering the personal toll he endured during the filming. Despite these regrets, Evil Dead 2 remains a beloved horror film, and Campbell continues to hold his place in the history of the genre. The Star Wars universe is filled with unforgettable moments, but not all of them left the actors feeling satisfied. Mark Hamill, the icon synonymous with the character Luke Skywalker, expressed discomfort with a particular scene in The Empire Strikes Back, which featured the fearsome Wampa monster. While the creature was designed to be a terrifying predator, Hamill's perspective on the scene offers a surprising look at his empathy, both as an actor and as a fan of the character. In the film, Luke battles the Wampa to save himself, using his lightsaber to defend against the creature. While fans remember this moment as intense and powerful, Hamill admitted that he felt uncomfortable filming it. Initially, he was told that Luke's lightsaber was only meant to fend off the creature. But when he watched the final cut, he saw himself cutting off the Wampa's arm, with a slow-motion shot of the limb falling to the ground. Hamill felt that the scene was too violent, especially for Luke, a character known for his compassion and self-restraint. Years later, Hamill took to Twitter to express regret over this scene, stating that the moment conflicted with Luke's principles. Some fans disagreed, arguing that the scene demonstrated Luke's growth and survival instincts, but Hamill felt sympathy for the Wampa, recognizing the eerie similarity between Luke losing his hand in the film. This reflection highlights the complexity of storytelling, where even actors have to question whether a character's actions align with the traits established beforehand. For Hamill, this moment serves as a profound reminder of the balance between action and morality, even in a galaxy far, far away. Edward Norton, a talented actor known for his deep and thoughtful performances, brought a unique approach to the role of Bruce Banner in the 2008 film The Incredible Hulk. However, his time with the character in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU, was short-lived, mainly due to creative differences that led to his departure from the project. Norton had a vision for Hulk, focusing on the darker and introspective aspects of the character, inspired by the seriousness of Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight trilogy. He wanted to explore the mythological and psychological depth of Hulk across 2 films, with a complex, profound storyline about Bruce Banner's inner journey, in contrast to the humorous and action-driven narrative style of the MCU. However, Norton's vision clashed with the direction of Marvel Studios, as the MCU was evolving into an interconnected universe with a brighter, more accessible tone that appealed to a wide audience. This creative conflict led to the departure, and Norton was replaced by Mark Ruffalo, who continued portraying Bruce Banner in later MCU films. While Norton's departure was disappointing, it highlighted an important aspect of filmmaking: the need for collaboration and alignment between an actor's creative input and the studio's overall vision. Though the split was unfortunate, it ultimately paved the way for both Norton and Marvel to pursue their own goals in a manner that suited them best. When Ryan Reynolds first portrayed Wade Wilson in X-Men Origins, Wolverine, 2009, he had high expectations of bringing one of his favorite comic book characters to life. However, the result turned out to be completely different from what he had hoped. In the film, Reynolds played Wade Wilson, a skilled swordsman who later becomes the mutant Deadpool. While the role initially excited him, it quickly became a source of regret for Reynolds once the film was released. The Deadpool from the comics is known for his sharp wit, talkative personality, and iconic red and black costume. He is a fan-favorite character, beloved for his ability to break the fourth wall and his unique sense of humor. However, in X-Men Origins, Wolverine, Reynolds' version of Deadpool, was completely different. a mind-controlled mutant who didn't speak a word, with his mouth sewn shut. This was a significant departure from the Deadpool beloved by fans. Reynolds, a fan of the character himself, was initially excited about the role, but after seeing how the character was portrayed in the film, he regretted being a part of it. He felt the role didn't do justice to the true essence of Deadpool, and this disappointment mirrored that of the fans. With his frustration and passion for the character, Reynolds spent years campaigning for the chance to make things right by bringing Deadpool to life in a solo film. Finally, Deadpool 2016 was released and became everything fans had hoped for, blending action, humor, and the character's signature personality. Reynolds' performance in the solo film was a massive hit, propelling his career to new heights. The success of Deadpool not only gave fans the version of Deadpool they wanted, but also solidified Reynolds' position as one of the most beloved actors in the superhero genre. Halle Berry's role in Catwoman was supposed to be a significant moment in her career, but instead, it became a role she publicly regrets. While the film was expected to pave the way for a new portrayal of a strong, independent female superhero, the outcome was far from what was anticipated. Both audiences and critics criticized the film for its convoluted plot, excessive special effects, and lack of depth in character development. Berry later shared her feelings about the experience, expressing disappointment with how the project turned out. Although she was excited to star in a superhero film, she felt the movie failed to live up to its potential, leaving her with regrets. Ultimately, the film not only failed at the box office, but also overshadowed Berry's impressive career. In a moment that was both humorous and humble, Berry accepted a Razzie Award for Worst Actress and acknowledged the film's shortcomings in her acceptance speech. She joked about the experience, but later admitted that Catwoman was a role she wished she had approached differently, or perhaps avoided altogether. For Berry, Catwoman became an unforgettable lesson in choosing projects in Hollywood, reminding her of the importance of working on projects that align with her own artistic vision. Although the film remains a blemish on her career, Berry's candidness about her regret earned her admiration from fans, as she had the courage to face and learn from her mistakes. Jenna Ortega made a significant leap in her career with her role as Wednesday Addams in Wednesday, a show that became a global sensation. However, her next project, Miller's Girl, 2024, a psychological drama with sensual elements, took her career in a completely different direction. In Miller's Girl, Ortega plays Cairo, an 18-year-old high school student who becomes entangled in a complex and inappropriate relationship with her creative writing teacher, Jonathan Miller, played by Martin Freeman. The story centers on Cairo's attempt to break free from her wealthy but mundane life, but the focus of the film is on the controversial relationship between her and the teacher, with a significant 31-year age gap between them. Although the film attempts to explore deeper themes such as desire, literature, and personal conflict, it inevitably sparked controversy, particularly due to the significant age gap between the two lead characters. The intimate scenes between Ortega and Freeman left audiences uncomfortable, and Ortega's previously innocent image was significantly impacted after this film. Ortega herself expressed regret about the project, particularly the sensual scenes she was required to perform. While she was open to taking on diverse roles, she later realized that the negative public reaction to the film overshadowed her reputation for roles more suitable for a younger audience. Ortega shared that Miller's Girl tarnished her image, especially with the fans who loved her for her role as Wednesday. Looking back, she admitted that filming the sensitive scenes made her uncomfortable, particularly knowing that it could change how her fans viewed her. Ultimately, this experience taught Ortega an important lesson about choosing roles that align with her values and long-term direction, showing that even the most promising young stars can face career decisions that require careful thought. And these are the film scenes that actors later regretted. Whether for physical, emotional, or career reasons, each scene leaves a lasting mark on their careers. This shows that no matter how dazzling Hollywood's spotlight may be, the price sometimes comes at a significant cost. Do you know of any other film scenes that actors regretted? Leave a comment below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you won't miss out on more interesting stories from the world of cinema. See you in the next video.